I believe that the fires we're cast upon are the flames we shall become. I believe in a common calling where our temples pray as one. I believe in the word of wonder and a kingdom for the saved.
Larry Pollock here with Leo Mayrhofer. Today we're going to go over the Dubai Pro, which is a pretty stacked lineup coming up here this weekend. And we'll give some predictions, and then we'll do some live Q&A as well. So, obviously we have Behrooz Tabani coming in. He won last year. And the competitors he's competing, top competitors, going to be William Bonac, Nathan DeAsha, and we have Tonio Burton. I think those are probably the top contenders. We also have what's his name, the big, huge guy,
Rubiel Mosquera.
Leo, are you there?
Yeah, Rubiel Mosquera.
Rubiel Mosquera.
I think we have a little delay.
So last year, Bonac actually beat Tabani in a show, although Tabani won this show. And last year, Nathan DeAsha beat Bonac in a show. And Behrooz beat so based on last year's wins, almost everybody's beaten everybody else at some point. So we can't really go on that. It says I'm breaking up. I don't know, my internet might not be the best. I got a new computer here. So
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I think there's a little
It's
delay.
bad. Oh, okay.
I wanted to share Mo Foda because he looks
well
crazy.
as I was. Yeah, I saw some updates of him, but he does look. That's a 22-year-old kid, right?
No,
The new guy?
No, he's older. So this is my friend Adolf, and he trains at the Dungeon. And he's German. He's also in the show. And he saw Mo Foda in person, and he saw Ali Edwardi or something like that, also in person. And he said they look just insane. They just look out of this world. Yeah. He's like 120 kilograms. It's
Right.
like 260 something. Yeah. He's looking pretty good, but the competition is crazy. Like this guy is, I'm going to show you now. He's really like, if he comes in peeled and he looks like he's in striking distance from his updates, then that's going to be wild. I'll tell you, because look at him, Ali. What do we have? Like some updates. Like he has crazy thickness, right?
Well, I'm adding to
I think
stage.
he can beat someone like Nathan. I think he can beat him. I don't know if he will, but from the talent, from what he got, he can. If he's going to show up in good enough.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Spill, but he's definitely crazy.
He looks like Will Harris.
Right, a little bit.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
in the face at least.
Yeah, there he is. That's him. On my other channel, I just had all of their coaches. This guy, Abdullah, he owns the gym. I just had him on my podcast. All of his athletes look crazy. All the dungeon guys look crazy. But I think, to be honest, to be fair, I think it's mostly these genetics from the people over there. The Middle Eastern genetics are just like nasty.
I can see well, Behrooz posted an update, not everything, but from what I saw, he looked pretty nuts.
I'll check.
He looks pretty big and shredded. Yeah, he looked crazy. And I don't think you can count Bonac out, to be honest with you.
You can never.
You know, Bonac just came second in New York, and he looked really good, and he won that last pro show they did right before that. So I think people I don't know why people count him out, but I think Bonac is you can't count him out. So here's Behrooz.
I mean, the upper body's nasty. The legs are always a little behind. But this width is incredible, right? Like the width and the shape, the taper he has is like, look at like the front double. Also, the most muscular is insane. But the front double looks so perfect. Look again, the front double now. It's like, wow, just this, wow, insanity.
He definitely has good structure and conditioning. I think his conditioning is as good as anybody's.
Yeah, he's usually in good shape. Not crazy, but really good.
Now we've got Nathan DeAsha.
Yeah, let me check what's new with him. I told him to pose his front double differently. I mean, I told him, I commented it. He should try to pose his front double like Sean Roden.
Yeah.
Because Sean Roden crunched in and twisted sideways. And I think that's Nathan's problem, is his torso is so long. And if he doesn't crunch it in and elongates, and he didn't post it. Maybe his coach posted it. Doesn't Boss Up Outlaw coach him? Maybe he posted it.
I'm not sure. But Nathan, he beat Bonac last year. But Bonac's better this year than he was last year. So they say Nathan's improved as well, but we haven't actually seen him on.
Yeah, what I've seen from Nathan is it didn't
Bonac's always look
much better, but I don't know.
I honestly think well, you've got Tonio Burton as well, who's really good.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna push I don't think he can beat Behrooz or Bonac just based on size.
He's too small. Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
And in his latest updates, to be honest, he looked a little chubby. Like maybe it's a lot water, but he didn't look as conditioned as he was for the Legion. So I don't know if he just let himself go and maybe then a week and then decided to do the show, or if he just like was too, I know what the plan is, because or maybe he fills out, and then takes
Yeah.
a few diuretics before the show, so he overloads. I'm not sure what the plan is there, but he looked. Was it this one? No, he looked not quite as sharp.
Well, he just won the Legions, and he looked.
He looks bigger, definitely. He looks bigger because he's so filled
Yeah,
out.
he does look bigger.
Maybe that's his plan, because he's gonna be not big enough. So he's like, okay, then let's come really full and maybe like sacrifice some lines. The shape will stay, and see how they stack up, because he probably thinks no matter how shredded I come, like I'll be too small. So I got to be full. Yeah, here, see, like the legs have no separation really.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay.
Right.
But maybe he just trained legs before. I know, like, look here, this doesn't look. I mean, maybe he's definitely not flexing his glutes. So maybe if he flexes it, they come all through. Nah, but see, that's what I meant. Like, I'm like, whoa, I know, that looked way better at the Legion. But maybe he's just a little watery guy and
I
pushes
a
it
guy
all
like
out.
that because
Okay. Oh, that's
he
after
can
26 hours of
pull
travel. He said
stuff together
no
quick,
carbs.
and
He said,
he
look,
usually comes pretty good condition.
yeah, he didn't sleep much on the flight, 26 hours,
Mm.
and yeah, so that might just be travel fluid. Because after this one, the next one, he already looks better, even though it's just the upper
Yeah.
body. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy show though, because
Mhm.
some people will go home very disappointed, especially if some of the dark horses, you know, take away some of the top spots if they're in really good shape. Like, I don't know, no one's talking about Mo Foda, but he looks crazy too. Like he can also maybe beat a Tonio, maybe even beat a Nathan. Who knows? How good his back looks, because that was always his big weakness. But from the front, he's so perfect.
I think they're not
So
talking about him because most people don't know much about him. He's kind of new on the
yeah,
scene
yeah. I mean, he won
as
last
far
year.
as
He was at the
competing on the pro
Olympia.
level.
Nah, he won last year Toronto and went to the Olympia. So he's not like unknown,
Mm.
but he's not like someone who's like up in every show, because he didn't do that many. That's true. Yeah, I'm also very interested in
Right.
seeing if Rubiel Mosquera, Neckzilla can finally yeah, be in shape. That would be
I
very
don't think he'll
interesting.
ever. I don't think he can ever get in shape. I think
I
he's
think
just
he
like a Victor Richards. He's just a genetic freak with a ton of muscle, but I don't think he can ever pull that together.
I mean,
It's
so
almost
you
like he
mean,
has too much muscle that he can't separate.
oh, okay, so he physically can't, you're saying. Not, it's not a mental thing or a personality thing. You think he physically can't. I think he could. I think it's more a personality thing. I think he's just too gifted, and all of a sudden he has to work hard. It's like, nah, you know. So, but we'll see.
Well, I think it's a combination of both. I mean, he just naturally has that propensity to put on size. He didn't really have to work for it like some of the other people had to.
Hmm.
So he's probably never had to work hard to get what he has. And there's also just the fact that he has so much size to get in condition, it's even harder.
Yeah,
It's hard
yeah,
to
like,
get
but
separation. Like his legs are so big to get separation in those legs. It's hard to do.
he probably gets a pump from everything.
It's almost like he has a myostatin missing, and so he just
Yeah,
grows. But
it
that
definitely
doesn't
looks like
necessarily
it.
translate into a top level bodybuilder.
Yeah, he definitely has a very weird look.
Yeah, like Victor Richards, he was like the biggest guy in. Yeah, Victor was the biggest guy in golds back in the 80s and 90s, but he never trained hard. He could just smoke pot and walked around and was huge. He was just like that.
Crazy.
Was barely trying.
Yeah. I like, it's so crazy what genetics can make of a difference, like a world of difference. And he just has 3 pictures here, but that's Victor Richards.
Yeah.
I think they gave him a pro card.
See,
but he never competed.
I remember when we were. Yeah. Well, he was always scared to compete. He didn't like to diet.
I think Paul Dillette was a little later, buddy.
So a classic is stacked 32 people in classic. Someone asked, was Kovacs bigger? Kovacs was bigger in probably like just height and frame, but not necessarily like just straight muscle size.
Yeah.
I mean,
if they had the same height,
maybe
Kovacs
he was
bigger,
like
bigger,
wider, but yeah. No, Kovacs was bigger, like just as like a bigger, like as in like a strong man, just big, huge frame and stuff.
That's like saying that's
not
like
muscle
saying
belly wise. No,
yeah. That's like saying I'm bigger than Sean Clarita.
I'm Victor.
Sure, I'm bigger than Sean Clarita.
Yeah,
but it's not. I'm not bigger, per height. So this is always so stupid. Oh, he weighs more, so he's bigger. Like people really won't get
actually,
it. Like,
Sean Clarita.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It's like comparing a strongman to a bodybuilder. You can't compare them. 2 different things. Completely different. So I think that Behrooz, I have Behrooz and Bonac 1 and 2. And I would say based on the pictures, Behrooz is pretty damn impressive. And I think he can win, but I think Bonac's going to give him a hard time. I think people are underestimating Bonac. I don't know why people count him out, because he's just beat almost everybody but Nick Walker.
This one is like everyone could be there in second.
Bonac's really good right now.
Yeah. Like it depends so much on the shape at that day.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be thinking Tonio is also very far up there. And you know what? I think this guy Ali Edouard Carbo, he could be like in the top 3. Mo Foda could also be high up. Nathan could be like a disappointment or also second. I can see almost everything. But structurally, I think Nathan is weaker than the other guys because his torso is so weird. But sometimes on stage next to them, then you like muscularity wise, he then all of a sudden looks way better. So we have to see these guys next to each other. They're almost like no one of them like really stood next to each other. I think that last year Nathan was beat by Bonac at the Dubai Pro, wasn't he? Or was he second? Was he against Behrooz? Because last year the same people almost did the show, like Bonac and Behrooz and Nathan did the show. So I don't remember the order.
But yeah, Nathan got beat by Behrooz.
Oh, so Nathan was second.
But Bonac beat. No, I'm sorry. Nathan beat Behrooz. Not in this show, but a different show.
Yeah.
Nathan beat Behrooz last year.
Yeah, so
I don't think Nathan did this show last year.
Oh, I thought he did. So, but the thing is, Ali Edouard, he was like 11 kilos, which is 24-5 pounds lighter last year, and he was 4th or 5th in that show. and now he's like 25 pounds up, and it's all muscle. So that's going to be, and he already was doing well. So I'm like, and you see the before and after pictures from last year to this year, and you like, Jesus Christ, this is wow. So, I mean, if you already placed that well,
he might be the surprise of the show.
Yeah, I definitely think so, man.
He could be the surprise of the show.
And I
was kind of wondering is,
so good.
Behrooz looks pretty good in the updates. And go ahead.
No, it was just a delay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you go. It was just a delay.
I was saying Behrooz, I wondered, he looks really good in the update. He looks really good in the updates, but I wonder how he is able to train and pull this all off in Iran with all that going on.
I think he's already out of the country, man.
Or maybe he left the country to prep. I don't know.
Yeah. I you know what? I was wondering if these guys are so like propped up from the government and get so much money there, like from the government, because they're very celebrated there, that's the reason why they stay. Because I'm like, you could probably leave the country and you have you had all the opportunity in the world. Why are you staying there? I mean, yes, they have their family there, sure. Maybe they can't get out with their families, but I don't know, man. Like, I like freedom. I don't know. I like freedom over money, and
I think like under normal circumstances that's going on.
Yeah. No.
Right. Yeah, they're treated like royalty, like somebody said, but with all that's going on right now, I don't know what the government can do for them with all the chaos breaking out.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting a slow connection or something.
Yeah, it's not that great. Here, I want to show you something.
Well, do you want to go over classic anything on this? I hear there's 32 classic competitors. So it's a pretty stacked lineup in the classic. I don't know who's all competing on it.
Just wanted to show this picture of Behrooz. Looks crazy. Yeah, like where would I put up the classic lineup? Let me check YouTube Classic Dubai Pro 2025. Maybe there's some. Maybe the CPC guy has it. Or there's some classic physique news website, I think, on classic physique sites on Instagram. Maybe they have it. Nah. Maybe on the Dubai show.
I did see this one Asian guy that there's one Asian guy that I saw update that he's competing in this. I think he's trained by Boss. He looked wild. Little tiny waist, big flaring quads. He looks pretty wild in the classic.
The one who just won the show, the Chinese guy? Branch?
Yeah.
He's going to do Dubai as well?
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird. Like
that's what I heard.
Let me see. No, here's not a lineup. So I just know that the Germans that are doing it. So I can show you the German guys that are doing it, and one, like, they're both pretty good. So both have won pro shows before and were at the Olympia. The first one is Westermeyer, Alexander Westermeyer. He won Pittsburgh but I think that was like 2 years ago or something. I'm not sure who he's trained by at the moment, but I think Patrick Tour. It might be Patrick Tour. So you see this is 6 days out. Yes, he's trained by Patrick Tour.
Yeah.
He's definitely flat. Like his legs look very small compared to how I know him. I think he's going to have a hard time doing well. Like well meaning like winning. But then we have
his legs look really small.
Yeah. It's like saying I was a favorite. So Luca Riga, you see him here? He's pretty good. He's won. What show did he win? This is bad lighting, I gotta say. But you can see in the legs that they're actually shredded. But he is crazy from the back. He's not that great from the front and the side, but he's also way heavier than this is a year ago. But from the back, he's really good. Really good from the back. So
right.
He has these crazy striated glutes that the judges love like nothing else. I don't get why they love them so much, but yeah, they're totally into it. But now he's definitely gotten bigger. I don't know if his condition will be better. So I think yeah, he's good, but let's look at Branch. Branch is trained by Cito. So Cito is his coach, yeah. Yeah, this kid was on the wildest.
The updates that I just saw the other day.
Yeah, he was on the wildest diet ever. You wouldn't believe what this guy ate. Crazy. I just honestly think the legs are too big. I think that looks almost ridiculous.
Yeah, it's almost like his one leg is bigger than his waist.
Yeah, that's true.
And he looks very round for a classic guy.
I like his muscle quality and everything, but I think the legs are seriously too big. That doesn't belong in this body. But like I said, no one cares. Legs can always be
his
too
proportions
big. It's kind of weird.
Just wild though.
Yeah. Tyler said in real life,
yeah, it's amazing. His legs are
way better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because on the pictures, when Tyler made the comparison in Toronto against the guy who got second, you would almost want to give it to the guy who got second. Mm-hmm. And Tyler said in real life, it was really different. I think this video reflects real life better than the pictures for sure. He's definitely in shape. Definitely really good shape.
So what are your predictions for the Open?
That's a tough one, man. I say Behrooz wins and second is going to be Ali Edward Cargo. And third is going to be Nathan or William. Yeah, Nathan or William third. And then Tonio. That's the top five. The order is so tough to say because that's going to come down to conditioning, even posing. Yeah, I would say that's kind of like the top guys. And Mo Foda, I mean, Mo Foda is so good, but
I
okay,
got
I'm just like, yeah, Mo Foda will be behind because of his back, unless he improved it much, but he still doesn't post his back, so I don't think it's crazy good.
I think I got Behrooz and then Bonac, Nathan third, and Tonio fourth.
Yeah,
And yeah, I have no idea who's fifth, to be honest with you. Maybe the guy that you said.
that
Um,
can very well be.
I don't
I'm just
I
yeah.
don't have I don't have very much confidence in Rubio, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I didn't even put him in there. So I'm just judging
I feel
from
like we're
the
going to see the
pictures.
same thing that
Yeah,
we see.
I'm judging from the shapes and pictures I've seen. So obviously I can't predict what it's going to be. But if I
Hmm.
look at what I saw, then I think that Ali Edward looks better than anyone besides Behrooz. So I'm just giving him second. You know, it's an Instagram contest right now. I can't tell. So obviously that can be totally wrong. But that's what I would say right now. That's all I can judge. So we'll see. I can be totally wrong. That's bodybuilding, you know. There's so many factors, and you can only say if it's a really clear thing,
I
like the
think
Legion.
yeah, I
Everyone
think
could say
that's
before the Legion what's going to happen, because I mean, right? But not the Patrick Moore thing. That was like I was saying, like
right.
if he goes nuts, then maybe he could do well. And he actually did. But what were the odds? Like who was thinking that? No one. So yeah,
Right.
it's always like that. Yeah. We don't have any questions
Yeah,
today.
but these at least with the top four, they're pretty consistent as far as coming in shape.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
So
first five
it's
are
going to be a
pretty
tough
easy
top
to
four.
say. Yeah. Oh shoot. But I'm excited for because for the guys that are actually so close behind and that could, if someone slips, get in there or even have improved a lot. So that's what I always like.
Hmm.
If you haven't seen someone for a year who's a big talent, what can they bring? We all were like thinking, oh, Blessing won the New York Pro one year. People
Yeah,
were
you
saying
have
like,
that
oh my God. And then boom.
right. Well, you have that one new guy that looks pretty good, the one that looks like Will Harris,
Yeah.
but we haven't seen him in a lineup next to these other guys.
Yeah, not in his current condition. Like I said, last year I think he was fifth, but he was like 25 pounds lighter. So uh, but he already showed that he can get in condition.
Hmm.
So that's good. And my friend Adolf said that he's like the most strict person. Like he's on point. He goes to bed at 8 at night to get up at 5. Like he's on point, like hard working as fuck. There's no excuses. He barely eats anything, just vegetables and chicken and stuff. Like he doesn't have that fast of a metabolism, it seems. But I love to hear that when people work hard. Then I'm like, I'm rooting for you even more.
Yeah, I really think in this show, it's whoever puts it all together is going to come out on top. And for $140,000, I'm sure that all the top four are really gunning for coming in their best.
Yeah, that's true.
So
They
I
should. I
expect
mean,
them all to be in pretty good.
yeah.
All right, so I
Well,
think we're gonna wrap this up now. Um,
not much happened
Getting
this
some
year, this
anger
week.
comments, but whatever.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
shouldn't comment on that.
everybody's entitled to their opinion, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. But just want to say one thing on that. Like the government's action and a nation of people is not one. No matter on which side you are, like you cannot conflict the action of a government or a leader with the whole nation. In any case, if it's positive or negative. So just saying. This collective punishment, like remember during COVID when everyone was like, or some people were hating Chinese people, it's like, what do they have to do with this? It's like so dumb. So
Right.
people like don't confuse things and don't, if you hate a whole people because of what their leader does, you're not really better. You know what I'm saying? And not commenting on which side I am on or whatever, but this is just dumb. All right, so that's just my 2 cents, and that was very general and very neutral. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think we got this, and let's see.
All right,
what
let's wrap
it's
this
gonna
up,
turn out.
and
Yeah.
and we'll see what the results come out to be this weekend.
Yep. All right. Thanks everyone for watching.
All right.
Don't forget to subscribe and like, and yeah, comment on the topic.
Yeah, leave your positive comments if you have some. Those we want to hear.
I believe that the fires were cast.